Hi and welcome to my channel. It is time for my best of 2020. I thought I would go through all the products from this year, going in the order of how I place them on my face, put them on my face, and tell you what were my favorites from this year. This was really hard to do because there were so many good products that came out this year, but I've narrowed it down to I try to narrow it down to just one item per area. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I am 49. I've got major hyperpigmentation. I've got oily skin. So these are products based on my concerns. My favorite may not be your favorite may not be my favorite, but that's okay. We all have different skin types and skin tones and different issues. So you never know what will work for you, may not work for me, but just so you guys know that I do have mature skin issues and hyperpigmentation issues. Let's go on from there. Okay, first is my Urban Decay All-Nighter Primer. Because I have such oily skin, I've noticed that this primer really helps to set my makeup with my oily skin. So I just put it mostly in the middle of my face, kind of pat that down, and I do have my skincare, morning skincare on and sunblock. So I'm gonna put that on. I'll let that dry for a minute. And then I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I noticed when I put the setting spray on before my foundation, it does last longer. So if I'm leaving the house, I usually put this on before my foundation. If I'm not doing anything, then except recording, I'll just skip that part of the makeup routine. Okay, my favorite foundation. Oh, this was so hard. This was so hard, but I did pick one. I picked the Suku, the cream foundation. This came out this year. I got this off of Selfridges. It comes in a little beautiful jar like this, and it does have this plastic lid on there. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my skin, like this. Now you guys know I love foundation, so just picking it down to one was so hard. I'm going in with my BK Beauty foundation brush, the 101, and I'm just gonna kind of stipple that in. Now this does not do 100% of covering my hyperpigmentation, and that's not what I expect from a foundation. I just wanted to kind of even out my skin tone, and then I'll use concealer to help me cover my hyperpigmentation. But even then, I don't expect it to cover it all the way because I don't want to look like a blank canvas and look like my face is painted on. I don't mind if a little hyperpigmentation shows through. I just don't want it to be as stark as it normally is. So there's the Suku foundation. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what color I have. I have mine in the color 120. So there's the Suku foundation. I freaking love this foundation. And I would repurchase it if I lost it. Love this. So the only thing with this foundation that I find that is negative, I love that it is like skin-like, it looks great, it melts into my skin, but I don't like that I have to, this jar component, that's the only negative thing about it. As for concealer, I picked the Oma Beauty concealer. So I have mine in Fair Lady T3 for under my eyes and Honey Honey T1 for my hyperpigmentation. And I like this because it's got good enough coverage to minimize the look of my hyperpigmentation, but it's not so thick that it looks like cakey, like a cakey mess. So I do put this on my skin. I like it so much I did buy another one of these concealers. And you know, if I'm buying another replacement of anything that's makeup related, you know it's good because I have so much makeup. I don't really need to be buying anything else, you know what I mean? So I do like this enough to get, I got another backup of this because you can see I'm scraping at this one right here. I'm gonna use my Hourglass brush just to brush this out. What I should have done is I should have used my Rare Beauty brush. This is my favorite brush, concealer brush of 2020. Now Rare Beauty and I did not really get along, but their brushes are so good. Even their foundation brush is good. So I do like that. So I'm gonna blend that part in. Then I'm going back in with the 101 and I'm gonna just stipple in the rest of the concealer around my hyperpigmentation. See, it doesn't cover all of my hyperpigmentation, but it does diminish the look of them. Doesn't that look great? Love that. So for powder, I ended up going with the Suku Soft Velvet Powder. This is the one that comes and it looks like it's pink. This looks so smooth. It's so finely milled. It's like silk under my eyes. It does a little brightening, especially under the eyes, but it's not thick. It wears beautifully, doesn't make my makeup look cakey. It's just really good. So I usually, now if you're looking for oil control, this is not the powder for you. So I don't use this powder to help me control the oils all day. If I wear this all day, I know I will have to use blotting paper and repowder my face, but I'm okay with that because my face is such a grease pit. For me to expect anything more than that, I don't know. That's asking quite a lot of makeup, you know what I'm saying? As for eyebrows, I didn't find a new eyebrow pencil, so I'm just gonna go in with my Hourglass Arch in Warm Brunette. Eyebrows is a hard thing for me, and it's not a sexy product, so I don't really enjoy purchasing eyebrow products, but I will try some here and there, you know. I did really like the M Cosmetics brow gel, but the only thing I didn't like about that, it was so dark. Okay, I went ahead and put my Hourglass Arch brow product on off camera since it's not a new product. But the new product from Chantecaille, the eyebrow gel here, I think this is my favorite eyebrow product of the year. I like it. I have mine in the color dark. I like it. If I'm in a rush, I'll just use this without using an eyebrow pencil and just put this through my eyebrow, and it's better than nothing. But I usually like to put eyebrow pencil in as well. But it helps contain or tries to rein in my straight eyebrow hair. So I think this is my favorite for the year. I wouldn't say it's 100% the best thing you can buy, but this is my favorite so far. But I have not tried the Tom Ford Fiber Gel, so I think that's gonna be next on my list. Let's go to bronzer. You guys want to take a guess what my favorite bronzer for the year is? Everyone take a moment and put it down in the comments below. Ready? It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I love this. I have mine in the color 2 medium. I have not been reaching for any other bronzer unless I'm testing it, you know, for the month. For every day, I've been reaching for this bronzer and using it all the time. I am loving this so much. If I lost this, I would go ahead and repurchase it right away. That's how much I use this product. Let me go ahead and do my nose. Okay, who wants to guess what my highlighter is? I had a hard time with this one too. It was between this and Natasha Denona, but I did end up picking the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. It was a close run for these two. So I picked this one just because I like the way it looks on my mature skin. It doesn't define texture or emphasize texture, I should say. It melts right into the skin. It takes away the attention from the hyperpigmentation, but it's not so glowy that you can see it from outer space. It's perfect for my mature skin. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it, I'm not trying to be like a 20 something because that's 30 years ago. But I like that. Look at that. It's subtle, but it's strong enough that it takes attention away from my hyperpigmentation. So my favorite highlighter was the Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, blush. There were so many blushes that came out this year, but I'm gonna give you guys one guess. I ended up picking the Suku palette, the 101 brush. This came out in the fall. Look at this. I am leaving this in my vanity, and I literally have to put it away in my makeup drawers so I won't use it, so I could use other blushes. But I am loving this. I'm gonna go ahead and use this color right here. These blushes are pigmented yet soft. It's perfect for mature skin, and if it's perfect for mature skin, it's perfect for younger skin. But look at that. I like that it's subtle because I don't like my blush to take attention away from my other makeup. I like my face to be more blended and subtle, but look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So this is the third Suku product. So this is the blush from 2020 that I love the most and use the most. let's move on to eyeshadow. So because eyeshadows are so prevalent, I picked a palette. I picked a small palette, like a quad or a quint, and then I picked a single eyeshadow as well. So for my eyeshadow palette, I picked Natasha Denona Glam Palette. This palette is my dream palette. I love this. So to all my friends who are not as into makeup as YouTube watchers or YouTubers, I've recommended this palette to them so much. Oh no, you know what I forgot to do? Eye primer. My favorite eye primer is the Hourglass Veil. This is my favorite eye primer. Now, you guys have probably seen me use a lot of the Makeup by Mario primer, and that's just because it's so convenient and I don't have to get my fingers dirty. But this is the eye primer that I prefer to use. So let's go ahead and put that on. Now, I do like to let that set for a minute before I go in with my makeup. So let's let that set. Now let's go in with this transition color, and I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. It's just a stone color right there. Then I'm going into this crease color right next to it, and I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to use that as my crease shade. I prefer cool tones, so when this came out, I was so excited because when she came out with the bronze palette, I like the bronze palette, but I don't reach for it that much because I prefer the cooler tones than I do the warmer tones. So I did enjoy the palette. The formula was good and all that, but I don't find myself reaching for that because I do prefer the cooler tones. So when she came out with this, I could hear the angels singing. Okay, let's go in with this outer eyelid color right here up on top. I'm going to use that on the outer V of my eye. And I wear this for every day as well. So I know some people think this is a nighttime look, but I wear this on the daily too. I would wear this to pick up my kids from school. I love these shades. So then I'm gonna go in with another brush, and I'm going to use this inner corner color right here, and I'm gonna use that all over my lid and blend it in with the outer crease color that I had. Then go back in with my first brush and blend that all out. Reapply some of that just to make sure it blends. And I'm going in with a little pencil brush. I'm going into this color right here, and I'm gonna put that on my inner corner and highlight my inner corner. And then I'm gonna use my smudger brush. Actually, let me use this brow bone color, and I'm just gonna highlight my brow bone right there. Now this palette is really soft, so I don't travel with it even to go to my dad's house or anything. So that's the only drawback to these Natasha Denona palettes, is they're so soft that, you know, I don't want to travel. Okay, let's go into this the smudger brush. I'm going into this lash line color, and I'm gonna, no, actually I'm going into this smoke color, and I'm gonna use that on my lower lash line. Then I'm going into this lash line color, and I'm gonna do the outer third of both my upper and lower lid. Let me put on my tightline my waterline. So for my favorite eyeliner, it's the Chanel Abine. I'm gonna do this off camera, but I am loving these Chanel eyeliners, loving that. For my lower lash line, I'm still liking the classic eye powder pencil from Charlotte Tilbury. This isn't new, but I still use this on my lower lash line. Still loving the Surratt eyelash curler. This is the best eyelash curler ever. And as for mascara, my favorite is still Thrive Cosmetics, but since this didn't come out this year, I'm going to go with the Noir by Surratt. I'm loving this. It doesn't do a great job of volumizing, but it gets on all the lashes. I don't smudge them. It doesn't. I have an easy time putting it on my lower on my lower lashes. It's got the screwdriver kind of a wand, and it doesn't smudge. all day. I don't get raccoon eyes with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all these on and I'll be right back. So I put on the Surratt mascara, put on Chanel eyeliner on my top waterline, and the Aubrey, the Charlotte Tilbury on my outer lower lash line. So let's move on. My favorite small eyeshadow palette are the Dior Quints. So this one I have right here is Soft Cashmere. These are gorgeous. I would recommend almost any of these. I have, I think, 4 or 5 of them, and I'm enjoying all of them immensely. The shadows are smooth, they go on beautifully, they blend beautifully, and it gives you a nice sophisticated look. I've been really enjoying these. So this is my pick, any of the Dior Quints for the small eyeshadow palette. Now for the single eyeshadows, what I really wanted to do was pick the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Marie Antoinette, or the Oyster Pearl, but that didn't come out this year. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do for this year. So I picked the Westman Atelier iPods. Now this is the one for daytime look, and the reason I picked this one is because of this particular color, Tabak. I like to use this as a one and done shadow. And these are so smooth and buttery, and you can use your finger or you can use a brush. And look, just blend that out. It's perfect for a one and done. So this is my pick for a single eyeshadow, the Westman Atelier. As for lip liner, my favorite find, so I know this didn't come out this year, lip liners in Nude and Beige Natural. I am loving these. I know that these are expensive, but these are the best lip liners ever. So this is what I am going to put as my 2020 because I found them in 2020. Does that work, or is that cheating? So I'm going to go ahead and put on Beige Natural. Fill in the lip line. And I'm gonna cheat again for the lipstick because I'm picking my favorite lipstick, which is the Chanel Rouge Coco in 402 Adrian. I love this so much, and it already broke, so it's crooked, but I do love this Adrian color. This is my favorite. If I didn't pick this Adrian in Rouge Coco 402 Adrian, I probably would have picked one of the Coco Flashes because those are so comfortable, or the Chantecaille Lip Veils. Those are so comfortable too. But this is my favorite lip color, and I found this in this year, so I'm gonna go with this one, Adrian. I love this color. Okay, as for lip glosses, I love lip glosses. So this was super duper hard. But if I only had to pick one lip gloss that came out this year that is one of my favorites, I'm gonna have to go with Lisa Eldridge. These are so comfortable to wear. There's so much pigment in there. You don't even need a lip liner or lipstick. These are so comfortable. They last a good amount for a lip gloss, and these are just exquisite. These are amazing. So for 2020, my lip gloss choice is Lisa Eldridge. And then for the liquid lipstick, you know I'm gonna go with Chanel, the Lip Duos. I just picked out a few of the shades here. I recommend any of the lip duos. There were some that came out this year, the Endless Mauve, Endless Pink, Mauve. Those colors are amazing. So these are my picks. You can put these on, put the gloss on over it. It's so comfortable. I don't like liquid lipsticks, so the fact that I love these is huge. I can put this on, I can eat lunch, and it's still there, and it fades beautifully. So I do love the Chanel Lip Duos. And then we got to finish off with the setting spray, and of course there's no competition. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Let me put this on. Especially for my skin that's oily and that just likes to break up makeup, this helps my makeup stay on all day beautifully. I love it. There's no other competition, and I'm gonna have to get another bottle. Probably should have bought it during the Sephora resale, but how long do you think this is gonna last me? Actually, they're doing a Sephora-thon right now, so I should probably just get it now, where you get, if you're Rouge, you get 25 off of 75. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so those are my best of for 2020. What do you guys think? Did I miss anything? Do you agree? Disagree? Give me your thoughts. Let me know what your favorite of 2020 was. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you next time.